Next thing, now as the seat is done, is to make the mounting brackets for the seat and also the seat hoop. So I have prepared here some of the stuff I need. I was so lucky to be able to lend a bending machine so I can bend and make this seat hump so it fits this seat. So I started with regular steel pipes. Also bend this slightly on each end. I have a plan of joining this. So each of this will go from the frame and this on the rear part. So the next thing now is to cut the correct length on each end. And the really hard part is to join this piece to the frame. I have tried 3D printing this kind of template to see how to make the profile here, because this is going to be cut so it fits into the bike. I better show you on the bike. So, by the way, I've done some more work off camera. I made this bracket. This rubber here was originally mounted on the side of the seat, so I just used the same one on this temporary bracket, and I also fixed slightly the front end here, or the front part. So this now fits quite nice here. And the next thing then will be to join this here, and I'm meeting this frame part in quite a steep angle, or a narrow angle, perhaps it is more correct to say. So this will be a challenging joint to make. And then of course the rear part will be here. So I will try to cut these pieces at the correct length, try to mount them temporarily, see that everything works, and then weld it together. And then make some brackets to fasten the seat properly. So that will be the task today. The first prototype of the frame hoop is then ready for testing. It's way too long yet. I made it on purpose, quite oversized, as it is difficult to find the exact size without doing some test fittings. The next job was then to test it on the bike, measure the correct length and then cut it down to the correct size. Then back to the angle grinder for cutting the front part of the frame hoop to the correct length. And this is quite nerve-wracking, because if I cut this too short, then I have to start all over. I have no spare parts here. So this is supposed to go like this. This is of course just temporary. It is way too high now. So the seat should be a couple of centimeters moved forward. So I should have a good length. So now it's just cutting away this part. The bar is supposed to be approximately 3 centimeters, 1 inch lower down. I will spare you for all the grinding I needed to do to make the angled cut at the end of the pipes to make it fit to the frame. It was a lot of iterations, cutting away piece by piece until I was satisfied. It ended up with quite a strange profile before I was happy. Let me now show you how the frame hoop fits on the bike, then some preparations before welding, and finally welding it onto the bike. The frame hoop is then finally done and ready to be welded to the bike. Get ready for a new time lapse.
Time is now.